Hey there, it's so good to have you here. Whether you've been following my channel for a while or you're brand new, welcome. This is a space where we get honest about attraction, relationships, and everything that makes human connection feel magnetic. And today's topic, it's going to change the way you think about intimacy. Because we're talking about something a little sexy, a little sweet, and very powerful. Where men love to be kissed, but not just physically. We're going deeper than that. Now, I know what you might be thinking, isn't it obvious men just want to be kissed on the lips or maybe during foreplay, and that's about it, right? But here's the truth that most women miss. When it comes to being kissed, men have soft spots too, both physically and emotionally. Yes, they might act tough. Yes, they might seem chill or even stoic. But underneath that armor, there are places, intimate, overlooked, emotionally charged places that ignite his senses when kissed the right way. These are the kisses that make him stop mid-sentence, the ones that leave him thinking about you hours later, the ones that make him feel seen, desired, and deeply connected to you. So today, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful places men love to be kissed. And chances are, you're not using most of these to your advantage. And just a heads up, this isn't about being provocative for the sake of it. It's about understanding how men feel intimacy, how they store affection in their body, and how you can tap into that to build a deeper connection. Physically, yes, but emotionally too. Ready? Let's dive in. When it comes to kissing, most people immediately think of the lips. It's the classic go-to. But if you really want to create a moment that makes a man weak in the knees, there's one spot that flies under the radar but packs a serious punch. His neck. The neck is one of the most underestimated places to kiss a man, and yet it holds a surprising amount of power. Why? Because it's a place of vulnerability. It's where we feel most exposed. The skin there is sensitive, packed with nerve endings, and incredibly responsive to soft, unexpected touch. Think about it. When someone gets close enough to kiss your neck, it's intimate, it's close, it requires trust. That's why when you lean in and gently kiss a man on the neck, it catches him off guard in the best possible way. It's not just the physical sensation, although, let's be honest, that alone can give him chills. It's what it communicates. A kiss on the neck says, I want you. But not just in a rushed, let's get this over with way. He says, I want you in this moment, right here, right now, for no reason other than I can't resist you. That kind of spontaneous affection bypasses logic and hits straight into his primal brain. It arouses him, but it also makes him feel chosen. Men don't often talk about this. They might not even fully realize how much they crave it. But I promise you, when a woman places a soft, intentional kiss on a man's neck, especially when he's not expecting it, it lights him up inside. It tells him that you're tuned in, that you're connected, and that you desire him beyond the surface. And timing is everything. Don't wait until the bedroom. Kiss his neck while he's doing something mundane, washing dishes, scrolling through his phone, cooking dinner. Walk up behind him, wrap your arms around his waist, and just press your lips gently to the side of his neck. Stay there for a moment. Let him feel you. That's the kind of gesture that makes him stop what he's doing, turn around, and look at you like he just fell in love all over again. And it's not always about being seductive. Sometimes it's the comfort of your presence, a soft kiss on his neck as you cuddle, or a gentle brush of your lips before you say goodbye. It tells him he's safe with you, desired by you, and connected to you in a way that's deeper than words. That's the magic of the neck. It's not just a kiss, it's a moment. One he'll think about when he's lying in bed at night. One he'll replay in his mind the next time he's missing you. It's subtle, it's powerful, and best of all, it's yours to use whenever you want, to make him feel something unforgettable. There's something incredibly powerful about the way we use touch to communicate desire. And one of the most overlooked places to kiss a man, where that desire becomes almost electric, is his jawline. Now let's talk about why this spot matters. The jawline, symbolically, is a place of strength. It's where masculinity often shows up physically. Think about it. It's sharp, structured, confident. A man with a defined jawline is often seen as attractive because it signals power, maturity, and control. But here's the secret that most people miss. When you kiss a man on the jawline, you're not just kissing a part of his body. You're kissing his ego, his pride, his identity as a man. And you don't have to be overtly seductive to make this moment count. In fact, it's often in the smallest, softest gestures that the magic happens. Imagine this, you're cuddling and he's telling you about something that happened during his day. You're listening, present, and just as he pauses mid-sentence, you lean in and brush your lips slowly against the edge of his jaw. Not rushed, not mechanical, just slow, deliberate, and with a hint of affection in the touch. You've just created a moment he's going to remember all day. Why does this have such an impact? Because men are so used to touch being direct, either sexual or functional. What they don't experience often is admiring touch. A kiss on the jawline is admiring. It's sensual without being aggressive. It's the kind of kiss that says, I appreciate your strength, but I also see your softness underneath it. And that's powerful, because what every man secretly craves, even the ones who don't admit it, is to feel deeply desired and fully accepted. There's also something incredibly grounding about jawline kisses. They can be playful, a little teasing nibble when you're joking around, or they can be full of quiet intensity, especially when paired with eye contact or a whisper in his ear. That combo, dangerous, in the best way. You make him feel like you're not just kissing his skin, but claiming a part of him with it. It's tender and fiery at the same time. And don't underestimate the build-up. The real magic of a jawline kiss is that it can be a stepping stone. You start at his cheek, you trail down toward his jaw, you pause, your lips barely grazing the bone. That moment of anticipation, that's what drives him wild, because you're not giving everything away at once. You're letting the intimacy unfold slowly, and that's what keeps his attention locked on you. When you kiss a man's jawline, it's not just a physical act, it's an emotional one. You're kissing his sense of identity, telling him he's attractive, strong, and desired. It's subtle, yes, but it speaks louder than words. And when you master that kind of kiss, you don't just leave a mark on his body, you leave one on his mind. Let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention in romance. A man's shoulders. Not in the context of how broad they are or how good they look in a fitted shirt, but in how they carry weight. Because whether he admits it or not, your man is holding a lot in those shoulders. Stress, pressure, responsibility, even unspoken emotions. And the way you touch or kiss that area can become an incredible tool for intimacy. Now here's the truth most people miss. Men often don't know how to ask for tenderness. Society teaches them to be strong, to power through, to not need comfort. But beneath that exterior is someone who longs to feel safe and seen, just like you do. So when you come up behind him, wrap your arms around him and place a soft kiss on his shoulders, it's not just physical touch. It's emotional care. It's the kind of kiss that says, I see how hard you're trying, and you don't have to carry it all alone right now. It's especially meaningful when you do it at unexpected times, not just in the bedroom or during moments of passion. Try it when he's sitting at his desk after a long day, shoulders slumped, clearly carrying the weight of something he won't talk about yet. Walk up behind him, run your hands gently over his shoulders, and then place a slow, lingering kiss right where his neck meets his back. Maybe even rest your cheek there for a second. That one gesture, it's like whispering, I've got you, without saying a word. What makes it powerful is the emotional energy behind it. A kiss on the shoulders isn't flashy, it's not loud, it's soft, comforting. And in a world where men are expected to always handle it, that kind of softness is rare and deeply appreciated. Now, of course, there's another layer here too. His shoulders can be a deeply sensual area, especially when he's not expecting you to touch him there. Let's say he's getting dressed in the morning or just lounging around in a t-shirt. Walk up. Let your fingers glide across the curve of his shoulder and kiss that spot lightly. Maybe a few times. Slow and teasing. It's that blend of affection and desire that gets into his head. You're not just making a move, you're reminding him how attractive he is to you. And remember, consistency matters. This doesn't need to be a grand gesture. It can be 5 seconds in the middle of a random Tuesday. But when you start incorporating shoulder kisses into your connection with him, something begins to shift. He starts to relax. He starts to associate your touch with peace, safety, warmth. And when a man feels like he can exhale around you, like your presence is his soft place to land, that's when emotional bonds deepen in a way that's hard to explain and impossible to forget. If you really want to surprise a man in the best way possible, kiss him somewhere he doesn't expect, but absolutely loves once it happens. And one of the most underrated spots, his lower back. Now, this is one of those areas that most women overlook entirely. It's not an obvious erogenous zone like the lips or neck, and men themselves rarely talk about it. But that's what makes it so powerful. Because when you give attention to a place he's not used to being touched or kissed, it startles his senses in the sexiest way. The lower back is a fascinating part of the male body. It's sturdy, strong, often tense from stress or posture, and incredibly receptive to touch, especially gentle, slow, intentional touch. When you kiss a man there, it does something subtle but intense. It melts the tough exterior. It cuts through all the mental noise he's carrying and pulls him right into his body, right into the moment with you. Picture this. He's lying face down on the couch, or maybe he's getting ready for bed, shirt lifted slightly as he stretches. You lean in, place a soft, slow kiss at the base of his spine, and just linger there for a second. No rush, no pressure, just lips against skin. That one move, it stops him in his tracks. It's grounding and sensual all at once. What makes it even more powerful is the message it sends. Kissing a man's lower back says, I'm paying attention to all of you, not just the obvious parts, not just what everyone sees. I want the parts that get ignored. I want the places no one else has taken the time to explore. And that kind of attention, that makes a man feel seen in a deeply intimate way. It's not just about arousal, although yes, that's part of it. The lower back is located right near the core of his physical strength. It's where he supports his body. So when you kiss him there, it speaks to something primal. It feels grounding, almost like you're anchoring him, saying, I'm here, I've got you. There's also a vulnerability to it. You're behind him, he's exposed, and yet your kiss is soft, reverent, not rushed. That kind of moment builds trust, which makes everything that follows feel more electric. It's not about domination or control. It's about comfort and connection. You're telling him, let go, you're safe here. And here's the best part. Because it's unexpected, it stays with him. He won't forget the time you kissed him there, in passing, with no agenda. It will live in his mind, not as something you did, but as something he felt, a moment where time slowed down and he felt not just wanted, but deeply cared for. Let's be honest. When we think of sexy or emotionally charged kisses, the forehead isn't usually at the top of the list. It's seen as sweet, maybe even innocent, something you give your partner when they're sad, or something a parent gives a child. But that's exactly why the forehead kiss is one of the most powerful, overlooked gestures in all of intimacy, especially when it comes to men. You see, every man, no matter how confident, how successful, how put together he seems on the outside, is carrying something. Maybe it's the pressure to provide. Maybe it's the fear of failure. Maybe it's the old belief that he always has to be strong, stoic, and in control. The world rarely gives men permission to soften, to stop holding everything together, to feel safe, to let their guard down. And that's where you come in. A kiss on the forehead is not about lust, it's about love, it's about presence, it's about reassurance. When you kiss a man on the forehead, you're not just touching his skin, you're touching his soul. You're saying, I see you, all of you, not just the parts you show the world. I see the tiredness, the worry, the effort, and I love you in it. Most men don't even realize how much they crave this kind of affection until they experience it. A forehead kiss reaches places no passionate makeout ever could. It grounds him. It softens the emotional armor he wears every day. It reminds him that he doesn't have to be on all the time with you, that he can rest his heart in your hands and be completely himself. And timing is everything. Kiss his forehead when he's frustrated and trying not to show it. Kiss it when he's laying next to you, eyes closed, half asleep. Kiss it after he shares something vulnerable, even if it's small. It doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to be real. Place your lips there for a few seconds. No words, no performance, just a quiet message that says, I'm here and I've got you. What's beautiful is that this one simple kiss often creates a shift, because when a man feels emotionally held by you, when he feels that kind of gentle strength, it deepens the connection in a way that physical chemistry alone never could. Suddenly you're not just the woman he's attracted to, you're the woman he trusts, the one who makes him feel more whole. And the irony? That kind of emotional intimacy only makes the physical side of your relationship more powerful, because desire without trust is fleeting, but when desire is paired with deep emotional safety, that's when a man craves you, not just for what you do, but for who you are. A forehead kiss might not make him rip your clothes off in that moment, but it will make him think about you at 2 a.m. when he's lying in bed. It will make him miss you in the middle of a crowded day. It will remind him that in a world that constantly asks him to be hard, you're the soft place he never knew he needed. So don't underestimate the power of that kiss. Sometimes the smallest, quietest moments are the ones that echo the loudest in someone's heart. So here's the beautiful truth. Kissing a man isn't just about where your lips land, it's about the message your touch sends. Whether it's the passionate fire of a neck kiss, the slow seduction along his jawline, the calming comfort on his shoulders, the thrilling surprise at his lower back,